Welcome to the NTS Conferencing Customer Self-Serve Portal demonstration. Today I'm going to walk you through our online portal where moderators and administrators have the ability to manage their conferencing account directly online. To access the Customer Self-Serve Portal, often referred to as CSS, please visit our website and then click on the Business tab. From here, you're going to click on NTS Conferencing Services, and then you can click on Login to the NTS Conferencing Portal. You will have the ability to add or disable moderator accounts in real time, download your recordings, and look at usage reports before you receive your actual bill. Let's begin. There actually is two ways to access the Customer Self-Serve Portal. As a moderator, you can log on using your access code and moderator code and be able to see details pertaining to your own account. For this demonstration, I will be logging in as the account owner. This is the administrator of the account who would have access to see all of the accounts across the board. Let's go ahead and click Submit. Upon doing so, it does ask you for your account number and password, and then you click Submit again. From here, now you are given a number of options down the left-hand side. The first one I would like to take you through is the account settings. This is the individual who's actually receiving your monthly bill. The email address and the billing address as well is also allocated here, along with the password associated with this particular account. If you click on the Edit button, the fields will open up, allowing you to also make any necessary changes. The next area I'm going to walk you through is the moderator administration. This is where you will find a list of all of your current moderator accounts, giving you a total number of accounts down below here, and then having the ability to access each individually. To access an account that is existing, to make any changes, you simply hover over the moderator's name, or you can click where it says Edit. Now we're actually in the account. You can make any changes at all in terms of the contact information. And as you can see here, it does list off for you the access code and moderator code currently assigned to that account. If you would like to assign a new access code or moderator code, you can do so by clicking on the Assign New buttons. Down below here are the preferences on the account. So if you would like to make any changes, like how the participants are introduced into the call, you can do so by clicking on the drop-down arrows. The entry and exit tones are set to either tone, which will play a light tone when people join, and a double tone when people leave. You can set it to name announce, so you'll actually hear Lisa has joined the call, Jack has left the call, and there's also a silence option for the larger calls that you have, so you're not hearing 50 constant beeps to indicate somebody has joined. You can also set the name prompt to yes or no, and this will prompt the individuals joining your call to record their name, and that is used for two purposes: for a roll call, or if you do have the entry and exit set to name, they would then announce the name into the call. The next feature there is the moderator wait feature. The moderator wait feature is turned on this account, which means that the individuals that have joined the call before the moderator will be on hold to music until the moderator joins with their moderator code. If you have this feature turned off, your participants will be able to speak to each other the moment that they join a call. The next one there is the reference number feature. If you turn this feature on, the moderator will be prompted to enter in their numeric reference number right into the telephone keypad before the start of the call, and whatever they've entered in there will appear beside the call details when you get the invoice at the end of the month. If you would like to disable an account because perhaps maybe someone has left the organization, you can do so again in real time by clicking on the account status and changing it to disabled. Once you've made any changes, you're going to click on the Submit button. Let's go back now to the moderator administration page. And you can also send a welcome email directly to the user. So if they happen to forget their wallet card or need their details immediately, you can click on Welcome Email. It will automatically populate the email address that is attached to the account. And if you scroll down to the bottom, you will have the ability to click Submit, and that email will be sent directly to the user. If you would like to If you would like to actually add a new moderator, you can click on Add a Moderator. A blank profile appears, allowing you to enter in all the appropriate information, and you can see that the access code and moderator code have also been assigned. They will also receive the same dial-in numbers that the company has already received. You'll also have the opportunity to request a welcome kit, which will include a plastic wallet card with all of the details pertaining to their account. Last but not least, I'd like to show you how you can export this information into an Excel spreadsheet. By clicking on Export All, it does put all of the information into a CSV file for you, allowing you to see all of your information on one handy spreadsheet. The next section I'm going to take you through is the Tools section. You do have the ability to actually record your conference calls, and if you do, you will receive a notification email shortly after the call advising you that it is available for download. When you do log in, you're going to click on the Tools section, and then you're going to click on Instant Replay Call Download. You will see all of the recorded calls available to be downloaded. Please keep in mind that recordings are only housed on the system for a 1-month period, so it is important that you do come in here shortly after you receive that notification to be able to download the call. And as you can see, your download buttons are right here. You simply go to the call that you would like to download and click on the download button. Your next question probably is how do we actually record calls? So to record calls, you would need to activate the actual recording feature. I would like to take you through the Audio Star Touch features now, which will help enhance your conferencings. The first one there is the ability to gain live operator assistance. At any point during the call, if you have any questions or concerns, or you have some sound quality issues, things like that, the operator is always available for you and can troubleshoot as the issue is actually happening. If they can't fix the issue, they will certainly open up a trouble ticket so we can further investigate on your behalf. The next feature is our dial out feature. This feature is not automatically turned on, so if you feel that this might be a feature that you may take advantage of, please do let us know and we can certainly activate this feature. What this feature does is it gives the moderator the ability to access a line and actually dial out to a participant and patch them directly into the call. The next feature there is the conference recording feature. As I just shown you exactly where you can go to download the recording, to actually initiate the recording now on the call, the moderator would need to press *4 to initiate the recording and then press the number 1 to confirm. You and the participants will all hear a message. The conference is now being recorded. So you know at that point, everything will now be on the digital file for you to download after the call. The next feature is our lecture mode feature. This feature is mainly used for larger calls or if you have an important message to deliver, as what it does is it mutes every participant's line with the exception of the moderator. So the moderator can deliver their message without any background noise, and when they're ready to make things interactive again, they simply press *5 again to remove the lecture mode, and at that point everybody can use the mute individual line feature, which is by pressing *6 to mute and then *6 again to unmute when they're ready to speak. If anybody has any highly confidential calls, the conference security feature would be beneficial to them, as what it does is it locks the conference and ensures that only the individuals that have dialed in are the only ones that are able to join the call. What this means is that if you have 5 people on, you press *7 to lock the conference. If that 6th person tries to join and has the correct access code, they will actually get a message that indicates that no further people are allowed to join the call. You can also cancel that feature if you'd like to have other people join by pressing *7 again. The next feature there is the roll call feature. As I indicated earlier, if you have the name prompt on, you now have the recorded names of each individual, and by pressing *8, you will hear a complete roster of all those names played back to you. Last but not least, probably one of the more important ones on this list is the conference disconnect feature. The conference disconnect feature is very important to do as it disconnects all the lines at the exact same time. We are all creatures of habit, so sometimes people don't hang up their phone properly and we have what we call a hanging line. A single line left in the conference call for a prolonged period of time. So to avoid things like hanging lines and ensuring you start a fresh conference each and every time, please encourage your moderators to always press pound pound after every conference call. I'm now going to go back to the customer care self-serve portal. We do have just one more section to go through, which is the report section. In the report section, you will be able to find your last 3 sets of invoices by clicking on invoice. This particular account hasn't billed yet, but if you do see invoices there, you are able to download a PDF copy of that invoice. As I mentioned earlier as well, you are able to also see usage reports. There are 2 reports available to you, and each of them you can go back to see as far back as 6 months ago. First one there is the summary report. We'll go ahead and click on that and change our values to 6 months ago. We click submit, and now we've got a list of all of the conference calls that have occurred within that time frame. You can see that it gives you the name, the date, the start time, the number of people, the total number of minutes, and of course, your billable amount. You can also export this information into an Excel spreadsheet. The account owner report allows you to drill down by user. So once again, I'm going to change my values to 6 months ago, and rather than seeing 20 different lines, you can now see that it's clumped all of the calls together per moderator. Let's use this one as an example that had 7 conference calls. If I now click on the moderator account number, I will now see the dates of each of the calls, and I will also be able to click on the date to see the actual phone number that dialed into my call. I'm just going to click on previous report. I did mention reference numbers earlier, and this is actually the area where you will see reference numbers populated. And as you can see, there are some that have been added on its own. But if you don't have the actual code handy at the time, you can click on add a reference and be able to type in manually a code. Once you click save, it now retains that for that specific call, and when your administrator receives the bill at the end of the month, all of the coding will already be done for them, so there's no running around at the end of the month trying to allocate the costs. Each of the reports as well is accessible through the reports section and can be emailed directly to you. This actually concludes the customer care site demonstration. If you do have any questions or concerns, feel free to contact the customer care center directly. Thank you for your time and have a wonderful day.